Good morning everyone. Today I will discuss about the metabolic pathway in higher plants. Module 2. Here in this video I will discuss about the C4 plants or C4 pathway and some parts of C3 pathway. Okay. Here this is the C3 pathway where the Rubisco 1,5-bisphosphate RUBP can easily convert to the PGA, that is 3-phosphoglycerate, with the help of enzyme that is Rubisco and the carbon dioxide. Here carbon dioxide plays a vital role because here the carbon can fix into the PGA, that is a phosphoglycerate, and it is a stable molecule. That's why it's pathway known as the C3 pathway. So it produces in this cycle or C3 pathway, glucose is formed. Okay. So now this is the shortest form, that is the RUBP can form into the PGA 3-phosphoglycerate with the help of Rubisco enzyme and carbon dioxide. Okay. Now the C3 pathway is the best for the carbon dioxide where the carbon dioxide concentration is so high. Okay, but sometimes along with the carbon dioxide plants have oxygen to take, and oxygen for the aerobic respiration. Where the plant is opening the stomata, both carbon dioxide and the oxygen can take entry into the leaves via stomata. It doesn't matter whether it is day or night. Okay, so day or night cannot be influenced in the C3 and C4 pathway. Now Rubisco can bind with the CO2, but what happened if the Rubisco can bind with oxygen only? Here it is. Rubisco can Rubisco can bind oxygen, okay, and the RUBP to form phosphoglyconate, not phosphoglycerate. It's formed phosphoglyconate if RUBP and oxygen can bind with the help of Rubisco. Here it is not Rubisco but Rubisco formed phosphoglyconate, and then phosphoglyconate convert to the glyconate to glucose. But it needs several steps with the loss of ATP. Okay, here the main process is there, flowchart is here. RUBP plus Rubisco with the help of carbon dioxide, it formed the PGA and PGA. That means phosphoglycerate and phosphoglycerate, 2 phosphoglycerate, 3 molecule of phosphoglycerate and 3 molecule of phosphoglycerate, the stable molecule. That's why C3 pathway. Okay, it comes to the Sclavin cycle and formed the glucose. Whereas when Rubisco binds with the oxygen, it forms the phosphoglycolate and then glycolate, and phosphoglycolate enters into the 7th step of reaction, and next it will produce the sugar. So if Rubisco and RUBP binds with the carbon dioxide, it takes 3 steps or 4 steps to produce sugar. But if RUBP and Rubisco binds with the oxygen, it will take 8 to 9 steps to produce the sugar. Okay, so the reaction is here, that is phosphoglycolate. Okay, by the way, that is the 3 compartment. Okay, that is the chloroplast, peroxisome and the mitochondria. So in the chloroplast, phosphoglycolate can convert into the glycolate, and then glycolate comes into the peroxisome, where the glycolate convert easily to glycolate with the help of glutarate and the alpha ketoglutarate conversion to glycine, and glycine comes into the mitochondria, where glycine easily convert to the serine with the help of extra glycine and the reduction of NAD+. And when it react with the NAD+ with the glycine, it produces the ammonia and the carbon dioxide. Now serine comes to the peroxisome, and peroxisome serine convert to the hydroxypyruvate to glycerate, and glycerate again comes into the chloroplast, where the PGA is formed, and the PGA is the stable compound, and then PGA goes to the Calvin cycle C3 pathway. That means for making a PGA, C3 pathway needs that one step with the carbon dioxide, but with the oxygen PGA is formed with the 7 reaction, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 step reaction. Okay, with the help of oxygen, Rubisco and RUBP needs 7 steps to make a PGA, and with the help of carbon dioxide, Rubisco and RUBP needs only one step to make PGA. Okay, here you can see this loss of half carbon as carbon dioxide cost 2.5 extra ATP takes up oxygen. Okay, that means it is energy consuming, and this 7 step is called as photorespiration. Okay, due to one mistake by the Rubisco to fix oxygen, the whole process needs 7 reactions to produce the PGA and then produce the sugar, means the loss of ATP and NADH. Okay, now comes to the main C4 pathway. Okay, here C4 pathway means the compartmentalization. Okay, to prevent this waste, that means that to prevent the wastage of ATP, to prevent this waste, the plant needs a different pathway that Rubisco can bind only carbon dioxide, not oxygen. Okay, it should not access to oxygen, because when you can't separate oxygen and carbon dioxide from the air, so the best way is that to make a compartmentalization. Here plant store the Rubisco in the bundle sheath, not mesophyll. Okay, plant store the Rubisco in the bundle sheath, not mesophyll. When the carbon dioxide and oxygen present in the mesophyll, PEP, that is phosphoenol pyruvate, can easily convert to the oxaloacetate with the help of carbon dioxide and the enzyme PEP carboxylase, that is phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. Okay, so PEP convert easily to the oxaloacetate with the help of PEP carboxylase and the carbon dioxide, not oxygen. It cannot bind with oxygen. And when oxaloacetate is formed, it easily convert to the malate, which is carbon 4. Okay, stable compound. It is fourth number of carbon. That's why this pathway is known as the C4 pathway. Next, malate comes into the bundle sheath. Okay, and malate easily convert to the pyruvate. Okay, with the pyruvate, when it conversion of pyruvate is occur, carbon dioxide can form. Here the carbon dioxide, here it is not a pure form of carbon dioxide. That means this carbon dioxide is not this carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is formed between these reaction. Okay, and this carbon dioxide can react with this Rubisco and form and easily takes up the Calvin cycle and produce the sugar. Okay, so raw carbon dioxide is not utilized by this C4 plant in the mesophyll. Otherwise, the carbon dioxide is formed in the bundle sheath with the help of malate to pyruvate conversion. Okay, and this is the main things of the C4 pathway or C4 plant. C4 plant is actually they have not a palisade parenchyma, they have all spongy parenchyma, and when the spongy parenchyma is and the bundle sheath comes together, and they formed easily the next on the sugar. Okay, in the case of the C3 plant, C3 plant has the palisade parenchyma and a huge number of chlorophyll and formed a huge amount of C3 sugar in the help of C3 pathway. Okay, C3 plants follows the wet and cold climate, but in the dry weather C4 plants can grow. Okay, where the the leaves are not open. Okay, this is very helpful because if the temperature is so high, leaf generally does not want to open the stomata all the time because of the evaporation of water. Okay, so the example of C4 plant is the maize, sugarcane, Bermuda grass, goose grass, etc. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any question, please write on the comment box, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. Thank you.